I don't know why I love you. I don't know how I started when I fell in love. Can I memorize you? Can we talk over the phone? I want to memorize your voice, the tone of your vocals, the idealism of your speech, the words you pronounce, the silence you scream out loud. I want to hear your voice again. I want to record your voice in my head. I store it as a memory so I can replay it fast forward and slow and steady. I'm letting you go, man. This is enough. And this is the envelope that that should be delivered, and now it shouldn't be delivered and it should never be delivered. And the reason I'm reading this now, it's going to be therapeutic for me because I want to let it out. The first letter is about confession, and it's called A Letter of Hope. I hope this letter finds you well informed. I like to come up with a direct approach. I do not want to make it more dramatic or more poetic this time, but in future I cannot promise. As I feel my efforts will go in vain because I know you're for sure no woman on earth can love you the way I do. I can maintain my dignity and protect your privacy and reputation. I cannot put you in a situation where because of me there's any scandal that affect your professional life. I know how sensitive it is. That is why I am suffering from years I do not want to. I don't know why I love you. I don't know how I started when I fell in love. Why I'm not giving up. We both are artists. Perhaps feeling is essential for art. I'm writing this letter to express my sentiments that I cannot leave this place where everywhere I go there's a sign of you, where your residency is. I had opportunity to leave the land where you perform, but I do not want to. I love you so much. If I walk away, you might not find somebody like me. I can assure you that. I'm not here by the influence of your fame, because when I saw you, your fame was not an obstacle. I had opportunities where I can seek benefits, but I chose to lose instead. I had loved you since you were nothing but a raw art, but now you're a masterpiece. There's so much I can say to you, but I will be out of words. Perhaps if you find me in the lifetime, I'll tell you everything. But if you don't, I'll stop in another life. And I will find you, and I will tell you that how much I loved you. You feel like a home to me when I was there, stood silently behind you. I feel like a universe is ahead of me. Write me back to life. Find me. Find me. There's another letter. This is a begging for communication. Please communicate with me. He phoned me once and then he didn't. So I wrote this for him that, can I memorize you? Can we talk over the phone? I want to memorize your voice, the tone of your vocals, the idealism of your speech, the words you pronounce, the silence you scream out loud. I want to hear your voice again. I want to record your voice in my head. I store it as a memory so I can replay it fast forward and slow and steady. Pause it, then replay it over and over and over again. I want to talk to you about the quantum physics. I can record your intellect. I want to talk about love so I can record when you blush. I want you to feel the romance in the silence so I can record your excitement. I want you to talk about music so I can record the chords of your passion. I want to talk about your profession because I'm very professional, so I can record your professionalism. I want you to talk about friendship so I can record your thoughts when it's problematic. So I can talk over the phone. I want to record your fears until you seem unfrightened. I want you to talk about me, about the chaos, so I can record when you feel calm. I want to capture the essence of you, every word you speak, so I can go through the week of your data of your voice, playing on repeat. Another one, it's a poem, it's a shikwa. It's like, तुम मोहब्बत को नक्श करते अच्छे नहीं लगते। तुम मोहब्बत पे लिखी शायरी पढ़ते अच्छे नहीं लगते। जब दिल टूटने की अदाकारी करते हो और जब दिल तोड़ देते हो तो अच्छे नहीं लगते। टेलीविजन पे तो खूब चमकते हो, किरदार में ढल जाते हो तो क्या खूब सजते, फिर जब हकीकत पे उतर आते हो तो अच्छे नहीं लगता। कैसे अदा करते हो वो लफ्ज जिन्हें हिफ्ज करते हो, जब उन लफ्जों को बेहिसी से रट लेते हो। मैं तो समझती थी दिल की आवाज को कलम करते हो, अरे तुम तो झूठ बकते हो। जब दिल में दर्द लाते हो तो अच्छे नहीं लगते, जब तुम दिल के काते हो मोहब्बत की बातें करते अच्छे नहीं लगते। So there was the last one I wrote like Abhi, and this is letting him go. I'm letting you go, man. This is enough. He got married, by the way, 2 days ago. I saw you in the news today. I saw you with her. The woman I cursed. I thought I would rather die or kill. I thought I can leave you for heaven or earth, but not for her. When I saw her in red dress, when I saw her holding your hand, I thought I would rather die or dead. But out of my surprise, I'm not. I just do not see her though. I saw you too. I saw your smile was so bright, your eyes were so sparkling when you were with her. Oh my Lord. I said to myself, if you are happy, I'm happy for her. I love you and I let you go. The way you comfort her, the way she comfort you, how can I be so envious of that? I always wanted to see you smile. If it's with her, then why not? I think she deserves a strong man like you, because if I can endure the pain of losing you, then I can endure the pain of not seeing you ever again. She's fragile for the world, but I have a strength. So I loved you enough to give you away for her. I'll let you go.